Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast NBA and college basketball picks video for November 13th. It's a beautiful Monday here in Costa Rica. And if you tuned into the morning review, I was talking about it. We had one hell of an earthquake here last night. Thank God everybody's okay. There were no casualties. So, I'll tell you what though, and for the nice comments, I appreciate it out there, guys. Support and loyalty like that is priceless. All right, guys, it's been one hell of an earthquake that we gave the bookie this weekend. We had 26 official picks, and we won 20 of them. We lost 6, and 3 out of the 6 that lost were within 1 point of cashing. So we're definitely picking up momentum. We're picking up steam, and I've been doing this for 3 years straight, so the proof is in the pudding, and numbers don't lie. All right, college basketball, we revealed our first video with our first 3 picks, went 2-1. The one that lost, we were only a half a point off, so we're already off to a good jump in college basketball. And again, with NBA, we're 58-43 on the record. Pulled out of the abyss, 16-3 out of the last 19, 7-1 over the weekend. So speaking of hoops, let's get it on. Let's talk about it, baby. I want to start off first with New Orleans Pelicans. They're at home against an Atlanta team that is just absolutely beat up and tired. They're in the rebuilding mode. Matter of fact, if you look up rebuilding in the dictionary, the Webster's, right? If anybody still does that anymore, you're going to look up the word rebuilding. You're going to see a team picture of the Atlanta Hawks. This team is in trouble, guys. They're tired. They're relying too much on Dennis Schrader. He's been on fire, but I said to a buddy of mine a couple days ago, I said, this kid's going to wear out. He's going to tire out. I'll be damned if that didn't happen. They got beat down by Washington, 113-94. Schrader was 2 for 17 from the floor, 2 for 16 for 7 points. All right, I heard tonight they might be limiting his minutes. The kid's getting wore out. They're injured. They got a whole new squad there, and it ain't going to get real against the New Orleans Pelicans at home. You've got Davis and Cousins, the new Twin Towers. Man, I love the way these guys play together. They're really, really learning each other. And you've got the 2 big men that are amongst the top 6 in scoring in the league. Hell, Cousins is averaging 28 a game, 28.7 a game. You got Davis averaging 27.3 a game. They're dominating. You got Drew Holiday taking a little bit of the pressure off. But right now, this team's rolling, winning 4 out of 5. I think tonight, momentum is going to pick up. They're going to do it at home, and they're going to do it early and often. Bring a wheelbarrow, bring a shovel. They're going to bury the Atlanta Hawks in the first half. It's -5.5. New Orleans in that first half, -5.5. I'm telling you, Cousins, Davis, going to be too much for them. And I look for New Orleans to build a big league and kind of look up the second half to do some resting. All right, then we're jumping down to the Washington Wizards. I like this team at home against Sacramento, by God. Washington, 7-5 on the year. They finally got off to that defensive mode, all right, that they wanted to. And they did it in the second half, all right, against LA and Atlanta. They held those teams to 40% or less shooting. So they're finally picking up some steam with that defense. And hell, a couple days ago, Scott Brooks, the coach, said, look, if you're not going to play defense, you're not going to play. So if you think defense is optional, you're on the wrong team. Wow, they listened, they responded. I think tonight you're going up against the Sacramento team, or young. They got Buddy Hield, you got De'Aaron Fox. All right, these kids aren't used to playing these many games back-to-back like this. And then you got one veteran still on that team. Jesus, God, this guy's still playing. I'm talking about Vince Carter. Jeez, how long has he been in the league? 28 years? Well, I heard he might be out for kidney stones tonight, and I'm not laughing at him. When I read the report, I said, hell, are you sure it's not, a geriatric appointment? That guy has, I don't understand it, but he's still playing ball, but he's injured tonight, so no Vince Carter tonight. I'm not kidding you. I remember I was like 13 years old watching that kid play. I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, Washington, they're going to have the advantage tonight. They're going to lock down on that defense early and often, and they're going to bring it offensively. We're pulling the trigger with the Wizards on the first half, -6.5. Oh, boy, I love this one. We're jumping down to them Milwaukee Bucks. That's right, the G-Man, Ncaab, the Greek Freak, is getting it done. Now, he's got Eric Bledsoe next to him, and they're off to a 3-0 start with Bledsoe. So now you got Brogdon, you got Dellavedova pitching in. This team's really, really going to start believing. Jason Kidd said he likes what he sees, and the fact that Bledsoe is not a selfish player. He got the hell out of Phoenix. Hell, who wouldn't, right? And they're coming in with confidence. They're at home. They're 6-6 on the year. All right, you're going up against the Memphis team that Conley, he's struggling again. Now, the one time I said he's going to have a bad night, hell, he killed it. he killed it, and I ate that one. But last time out against Houston, they rocked. And if any team runs against Memphis, Memphis has trouble keeping up the run and gun. And then they start forcing shots, their percentages go down. Milwaukee's going to run tonight. They love that run and gun. G-Man can't be stopped, and they love starting early. We're going to take them in 2 spots, pulling that trigger on the Milwaukee Bucks on the first half -1.5 and the full game -3.5. That's right, the first half's at -1.5, full game -3.5. And then we're jumping down to them Golden State Warriors, baby. That's right, they're at home against Orlando. Here's a team that they've been beating opponents by an average of 21 points, but they've been relying on a strong third quarter to get it done. And the same thing happened the other night. They just barreled the Philadelphia 76ers 36-21 in the third quarter. So I'm listening to the interview. I'm reading another article, and Steve Kerr, who I'm a big fan of, he said, yeah, that's great. I know, but we're relying on that third quarter too much. He said, I'll tell you what, I want to be a first half team too, and that's what we're going to clamp down on. We got to start coming out early. I like that because, you know, when he speaks, I listen. You're going up against an Orlando team that's got Elfrid Payton either in the lineup or not. A lot of inconsistency. Gordon and Vukovic's had his first game without double figures. And then on the other side, you got Golden State. They got Durant's back. Hell, he only played 28 minutes, 11 for 18 from the floor the other night. These guys are ready to go. I think tonight they're going to respond to what Steve Kerr said, and they're going to continue to cash those full game tickets because their bench is too deep. Orlando's going to be too tired. Pulling that trigger on the Golden State Warriors on the first quarter, -4. In the full game, -12.5. That's right. First quarter, -4, and the full game, -12.5. Golden State Warriors. I love it, guys. All right, let's recap those picks because then we're going to jump into some college. All right, for NBA, we got New Orleans on the first half, -5.5. We've got Washington on the first half, -6.5. Milwaukee Bucks on the first half, -1.5. In the full game, -3.5. And then we're wrapping up the NBA with 2 spots. Golden State Warriors on that first quarter, -4. And the Warriors on the full game, -12.5. All right, guys, college hoops time. Here we go. We're off to a 2-1 start. There's a lot of action on the board, but be careful early on. It's a little bit harder to break these down compared to like NBA because of the, you know, I mean, they're younger kids coming in and out of school. But I see 2 spots tonight I really like, and again, we're off to a 2-1 start. Let's get into it. Both ranked teams. We've got number 7, Wichita State at home against Charlton. They opened up strong. They jumped out to a 62-23 lead, all right, their first game. And you got forward Darius Willis. This kid's really going to be strong. 10 boards, 19 points. They had 6 players in double figures going up against a Charleston team that they beat Siena in overtime for their opening, but they struggled early and they were tired. I think Wichita State comes out on fire tonight. We're pulling that trigger with Wichita State on the first half, -9. All right, then we're going to jump down to another game. You got Northwestern. God, I love this team. All right. Ranked number 19th in the country. They sweated out a 79-75, a 4-point win against Loyola, Maryland, right? So I'm telling you right now, they know they need a complete game, and they know that ranking is definitely going to be something. They're going to be under the radar. They're going to be under the microscope. So you got a team coming in tonight, St. Peter's, that lost 61-40 to LaSalle as a 9.5-point underdog. They're a young team. They're outmatched on the glass, and they lost 3 starters from last year. I think Northwestern takes the frustration of that, that game they barely lost, and they're going to pour it early and often on St. Peter's. We're pulling that trigger, baby, with the first half, -10.5 with Northwestern. That's right, guys. And also, I want to do a big shout out to a couple of my guys out there. It's just amazing, the team over the weekend. Connor, we had Gabe, these guys all giving us good advice about, hey, look out for this, look out for that. You guys get a tip, or if you know something about a certain school, hit us up. Hit me up specifically, on social media. DM me on Twitter or Facebook, and let's spread that message. That's how this team works. All right, that's the basketball video. We're just going to recap them one more time. We're going with New Orleans Pelicans on the first half. We're going with Washington Wizards on the first half. Milwaukee Bucks on the first half and the full game. Golden State Warriors first quarter and the full game. That's right, Northwestern college basketball in the first half. And Wichita State, number 7, first half, -9. All right, guys, that does it. We got a long day ahead. Stay tuned for the NFL video along with an NHL pick. Make sure you bet responsible, beat your bookie, and build that bank with Brenner. Don't forget, the Brenner Blast pick videos are coming to you, baby, as we pay it forward.